against something harder than stone. You have manifested, now what? Coyote laughed again, cycling through forms like pages in a book of the damned. Irish famine refugees, Japanese internment families, Mexican laborers in killing fields, indigenous women who vanished into the growing dark of progress. In full rage, Hermes bit down on each vision, and with each attempt, more of himself was torn away. Wing bones cracked, scales fell like autumn leaves. "I'll consume you!" he cried, but the words came out as a whimper. The pain was becoming too much for even the devil to bear. "You'll consume yourself," Coyote said, suddenly standing at his snout, staring into his eyes with a seriousness that stopped the world. "Choose, Hermes, who are you?" The voice echoed in the silence, then faded, leaving only the sound of mercury blood dripping onto broken stone. One wing hung useless, his tail bore the marks of his own teeth, and the metallic taste of poison filled his mouth. Each drop of mercury blood that fell from his wounds pooled on the crossroads beneath him, creating a mirror more perfect than any mortal glass. In that liquid silver surface, he saw himself truly for the first time. Not the confident messenger god, not the enhanced boundary crosser, not even the magnificent dragon he'd become in his fury. A broken thing, scales dull with accumulated toxins, eyes wild with the madness of the perpetually hungry. This was what systematic consumption had made of him, a creature so desperate to be more that he had forgotten what he was. But in the Mercury's depths, other faces looked back. The Egyptian scribe with ancient eyes, the Roman merchant counting profits and conquered souls, the Germanic warrior hanging from wisdom's tree, the indigenous trickster who would not be consumed, the enslaved woman whose songs had built a nation's wealth, the railroad worker whose bones lay beneath every mile of progress, all of them inside him, not eaten, not destroyed, but carried. Their wisdom, their pain, their gifts, their scars, all woven into whatever he had become. "I am," he whispered, the word catching in his torn throat. The mercury shifted, showing him America itself reflected in his consciousness. Not the European colony he'd imagined himself creating, but something unprecedented. A nation built from every shore, every culture, every dream and nightmare that had crossed his boundaries. He was the synthesis, not the consumer of cultures, but their living repository. Not the destroyer of traditions, but their wounded guardian. Every culture that had died in his crossing had lived on within him, waiting for conscious recognition rather than unconscious consumption. The choice hung in the air like morning mist at a crossroads. Consume or integrate, extract or honor. Remain the broken dragon, or become the conscious translator he'd been born to be. The mercury blood stilled, waiting for his answer.